want to thank you for coming to camp. My name is Thad Johnson with ABC, and I'll be taking a look at your pitching video here today. First thing we're going to take a look at is your approach to your balance position. Okay, and I've got a line drawn up here on the screen that is basically just going to represent that strong backside line that you want to create. All your weight staying back, and what you're going to see is your initial step, okay, is back. We're gonna, and what I'd like to see is kind of a side step to get into the balanced position, because right here, as you see your backside or your foot right here is back. Okay, your left foot on your step. And now what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to take that foot and take it all the way around to the front in order to lift up to a balanced position. So you got a lot of movement right there, and as you rotate around, what you're going to find is that hip, as you rotate forward to get to the balance, your hip is just gonna start to leak out over your front side, and you're really going to lose all your energy. So we'll erase these lines, and as you see, you start to turn. You're trying to hold your weight back. You're kind of fighting your body a little bit here. And then this is where you lose it. And as you can see, from this point on, this line going up through the backside is where you'd like to be, okay, and you'd like to stay almost think of kind of there's a wall sitting in off your front shoulder that you don't want to break before you get to the top. And as you can see, we're leaking, and our leg is still going up. I mean, we're at the top of our delivery right here, and we're well over our front side. So that's just one thing you need to really consider changing. It's the whole kind of sets the tone for your delivery. That balance position is imperative for you to have a strong, direct, and powerful delivery towards home plate. So mirror work, okay, just doing this with your eyes closed, to go ahead and hold that balance a little bit longer over the rubber and over your back foot. Another little thing that may help is stepping back where your foot is right here. You may just want to sidestep the balance, where you're just going to go ahead and take that left leg. Your first step is just going to be off to the left, maybe not necessarily so much forward, but if your foot gets right to here, okay, on that first initial step, now all you have to do, you're taking your foot and your leg that's slightly left of your right foot, which is your post leg, and you're just bringing it straight up, okay, you're going to be able to push yourself to the balanced position backwards, and you're going to be able to maintain that weight on the back side, break your hands, and then go forward. So we'll move on to the next phase of the delivery, and we're going to talk about the directional part. Ideally, as we break our hands and we get that direction towards home plate, we really want to see again, the weight stay back. And if you look right here, the one indication, okay, of someone's weight not staying back is having flat hips. All right, and you have flat hips. If your weight's back, Graham, what you'll see is you'll see this. The hips will be tilted, and you'll be back over that back leg. As you move forward, you'll be keeping your weight back. I know it sounds a little strange, but it works, and you can do it, and it just takes practice of holding that weight back. Now, really, what I feel like your stride could get a lot longer than it is, and I feel like it is a little short, only because you lost so much of your weight to your front side early in the balance position that your brain's basically trying to hold your delivery back so everything can catch up. And in doing that, you've really shortened yourself. You're shortening your stride. You really cut yourself short, okay, with your delivery, and you're not going to get the most out of your body as you deliver a pitch. But all in all, when you land, we're in line, our hips are open. You do a pretty good job of keeping closed with the top half. Our shoulders are in a good position. I'd like to see I'd like to see really with you just to possibly get your glove up. Just get your glove up just a hair higher, maybe right here. So we come off your, so that front side just is a little bit more locked in and a little bit more direct as it starts to drop below our chest. That glove, our front side will lose control of it, and will tend to just have a fly open delivery. But all in all, this position right here, Graham, you do a pretty good job working with. And then we rotate into the release point, and we look pretty good. Okay, now I want you to remember this position because like I said, you need to be aggressive through the baseball. All right. And because your delivery has shortened itself up to maintain that balance, okay, and you've kind of deaccelerated your delivery early to slow down so you can stay balanced, all right, you're going to have no backside. There'll be no lower half in your release, okay? And I always tell my guys, you need to be aggressive through the baseball, attack, kick through the baseball with the lower half. And a lot of times what that means is that, yes, you got to get extension, okay? You got to get extension out front. Your arm has pretty good extension right here at release. And then this is your release point. This is your release point right here, okay, right up where the circle is. Now, ideally, that back foot, on a good strong finish, your back foot is going to kick all the way up. It'll kick all the way up into the position of where that release point is. So a lot of guys with a good strong finish, as they move through, their back foot is going to get up high and going to carry over in that same line. And as you can see, you have no backside. You just kind of completely stop your delivery. The best way to work on this, throw uphill. Do a crow hop uphill, okay, and have the decline. Sometimes the mound is not going to be even far enough of a dramatic of a decline for you to fix this, but you want to pretend like you're throwing the baseball uphill. Okay, and what that's going to do is going to have you sink your weight on your backside as you drive off. As you drive off your backside, you're really going to have a lot of weight there, and you're going to have to kick off your backside to get up the incline. So it's one drill. Practice throwing the ball uphill. You can also stand on the flat ground. I've seen guys do this before, that you really have the deaccelerated delivery. What they do is they flat ground. They try to throw the baseball as high as they can, directly straight up in the air. And what you'll see guys start really jumping off that backside at release. So one thing to consider. Okay. Another thing I might just tell you, because I've only seen you throw these 3 pitches right here. I might just say, hey, Graham, let's go ahead and really be aggressive through the baseball. Throw it harder. Throw it with your legs, and just see what that does to your delivery. So you may even want to try that. But you shouldn't have such an approach where it looks like you care way too much at the end of your delivery about where the baseball's going, and you're just trying to, just get the ball to a spot. I mean, you want to be aggressive. There's got to be somewhat of a careless aggression at release, because once the ball's gone, you can't control it anymore. So just to review, balance. We need to stay on our backside, separate our hands earlier so we don't leak out over. As we move forward, we're going to keep our weight back, tilt those hips, stay back, okay? As you stay back, and the great thing about staying back is you'll be able to carry your line to home plate further and further, which means your stride's going to get longer and longer. And if your weight's back, you'll even do a better job of pushing through and kicking through that pitch. So I hope, Graham, you learned a little bit here today, and look forward to seeing you out there again sometime soon.